More often than not, you're sitting there reading your manga, and you either don't have the time or the patience to finish that shit, since at some point or another it might get bland, and that's where these things come in. Sure, there's a lot of great series out there that are complete manga, but the problem with them is that most of them average at least 100 chapters, and it's quite a time investment to put into a manga that you're not sure if you'll like or not. It is for this reason that we have this cool little thing in the manga community called a one-shot. A one-shot is basically a manga story that is only one chapter long. The great thing about this is that they are short and easy to complete, so you can get the satisfaction of finishing a story without the heavy time investment. While you might think that one chapter is a bit too little for a good story, that's where you'd be wrong. Today I'll be introducing you to the most unique one-shots that I have personally enjoyed. Also, I will be very brief with the descriptions of these one-shots, since it's hard to sum up the plot without spoiling anything about them. To start us off, the first one-shot that I'll be recommending today is A Silent Country. It's a cynical manga about equality in today's society with very light fantasy elements, and if you like things that make you think, then probably give this one a go. It's very good. Next up is It May Be My Fault That My Childhood Friend's Breasts Got Bigger, which is basically a dude that wants to protect his childhood friends from other simps' eyes, but she has huge badonkadonks, and that's a big problem for him. Also, this one's a bit unusual, so even if you're not into the ecchi thing, I'd give this one a read, because it has an interesting element in it. And now for one of my personal favorites, Dentist-san, Your Boobs Are Touching Me. This is about a yakuza who goes to a sadistic dentist, and it's very comical. This is one of the funniest one-shots I've read in a long time, so I highly recommend this to anyone with a sense of humor. Next up is Kimi ga Futte Kitahi. This isn't really a one-shot because it's 3 chapters long, but it goes as well with the idea of one-shots. And it's about a devil who picks up an angel child, and it's very wholesome. So if you like wholesome stuff and uwu content, then please do read this. Following that, we have Kuchiga Sakate mo Kimi ni wa. This one is about a woman with a slit-cut mouth that encounters a boy she can't scare. It's also 3 chapters, but it's my video, so fuck you. Next up is one that's a bit more sad. It's Love Letter. This is about souls that can choose their mothers, and the protagonist sees a runaway girl, and he decides he wants to be her son. If you're into depressing stuff and sad stuff, then give this one a read, as it's worth your time. And now for my personal favorite out of this list. If you're gonna read any of these titles, then read this one. It's Rec, R-E-C. I highly recommend it to anyone, and I won't be giving the plot away as it would spoil it, but please do check this out. It's one of the best, if not the best one-shot I've read in a long time. Next up we have Vengo Kunash. It's about a world where the church is the highest power in the country, and witch hunts are common. You see a sword-wielding monk who meets a nurse in training named Ash who treats his wounds. This is extremely good, although it might not sound it from the short synopsis I gave, but also give this one a read if you have the time. Following that, we have The Numbers, and it's about numbers that appear on top of people's heads at school. And it's just that. It's a one-shot about that, so give this one a read as well. It's pretty interesting as well. And last but not least, My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. I broke the rules again since this is 5 chapters, but I do not feel right now including this manga. Again, I won't go over the plot because I want you to experience this yourself, but this is very good. Good enough to win the Anime Awards 2017 prize for manga, so read this one. If you have never read a one-shot and are skeptical about the quality of them, then please do give one of these one-shots a read, as they're all very good, and I'm sure it'll change your opinion. There are also a lot of great one-shots that were not able to make it to this list, not because they are bad, but more because I do not think they're as appealing to a wide variety of people. A lot of them have some element of horror, so I might give it a try for another video, but for this video, I'll just give you these 10 one-shots that I think are really good. In conclusion, if you enjoy anime or manga and do not have the time to invest into a 100-chapter series or a 12-episode season, then try giving one-shots a read, because they might just be the thing to scratch your manga itch. And that's it.